In the mid-19th century, Europe stood at a crossroads on the brink of a monumental change. The year 1848 witnessed a series of revolutions that would reshape the continent forever. Our journey begins in the year 1848, as Europe was still recovering from the aftermath of the Napoleonic era. The continent was a patchwork of monarchies, empires, and a rising call for change. Across Europe, ordinary citizens began to demand their rights, inspired by the ideas of liberty, equality, and fraternity that had swept across the continent during the French Revolution. Newspapers of the time were ablaze with stories of discontent, as we see in these headlines from 1848. The spark that ignited the fire of revolution was the February Revolution in France. Parisians took to the streets, demanding an end to the monarchy. On February 24, 1848, King Louis Philippe abdicated and the French Second Republic was born. Louis Napoleon Bonaparte, nephew of the famous Napoleon, was elected as the first president of the French Republic. The revolutionary spirit quickly spread across Europe as people in various countries demanded constitutional reforms, civil liberties, and national unification. In Vienna, Austria, a diverse group of revolutionaries gathered to demand political change. This was the beginning of the March Revolution. The chants of freedom and constitution echoed through the streets as people of Austria pressed for a new constitution. Barricades were erected and the Habsburg monarchy was forced to make concessions, granting a constitution and civil rights. Meanwhile, in Prussia, King Frederick William IV faced a dilemma. He was offered the German imperial crown but refused, believing it should come from the German princes, not the people. The German National Assembly convened in Frankfurt, aiming to create a united constitutional Germany. However, the Assembly's efforts faced opposition and eventually failed, highlighting the challenges of achieving a unified Germany at that time. The revolutionary wave reached Italy, where various states sought independence from foreign rule. Leaders like Giuseppe Mazzini advocated for a unified Italian republic. Even Pope Pius IX found himself caught in the revolutionary fervor, initially embracing reforms before changing his stance. In Austria, Prince Metternich, a symbol of conservatism, was forced to resign, signaling a significant shift in European politics. As revolutions spread, many European rulers called upon their armies to suppress the uprisings, resulting in violent clashes. Despite initial successes, the revolutions of 1848 ultimately faltered in many places, leaving disappointment and disillusionment in their wake. While the revolutions did not immediately achieve all their goals, they left an indelible mark on Europe. So what was the legacy of the 1848 European revolutions? Key figures of the era, such as Giuseppe Garibaldi, Otto von Bismarck, and Karl Marx, would go on to play pivotal roles in shaping the continent's future. Many European countries did eventually adopt constitutional changes, including expanded suffrage, civil liberties, and the abolition of serfdom. The dream of Italian and German unification would be realized in the decades following 1848, thanks to leaders who emerged from the revolutionary period. These revolutions also gave rise to workers' movements and the spread of socialist and communist ideas, setting the stage for future social and political transformations. As we reflect on the events of 1848, we see that while the revolutions did not bring immediate change, they sowed the seeds of future transformation, forever altering the course of European history. Europe of today bears the imprint of those turbulent times, reminding us that even in the face of setbacks, the quest for freedom and change is a powerful force that shapes our world.